Hello everybody, welcome to Fruitful Trees and good morning. Here I am in front of my house here and check this out. I have 25-gallon pots with dragon fruit and I've been growing these in front of the house, not on purpose. I initially had a plan to grow dragon fruit trees in pots, but I kind of gave up on them and I left them in front of my house and I just let them stay there. I didn't water them or anything, but surprisingly they got one or two fruits over the years. They were up front for maybe about a year and a half or so. I decided to wake them up, so to say. I put some better soil in them and I moved them in front of my driveway so they're not just standing in front of the house, and I've been watering them every day and they appear to be coming back to life and doing well, so I'm excited. Dragon fruit is one of the best fruits to grow here in South Florida. It grows amazing if you can do it. I just love the way it tastes. It's really great. I also have in front of my house here, which is a new plant. This is a plum tree, and I think this is a Scarlet plum. Nick from Nick's Edibles in Orlando came down to visit, and he brought me some persimmon trees, and he also brought me this gift, this plum tree, this Scarlet plum tree. I'll turn the camera around and show you. But today I want to talk a little about my potted plants and what I have, and then we'll go over, I did a clip last week when I was at Lara Farms in Miami about his mangoes and his potted mangoes. And he said some of his trees fruit better in pots than they do in the ground. So it was very interesting. So I'll put that clip on. And what I'm going to do is go in a couple of days, I'm going to head out to Excalibur Fruit Trees, where I did more videos there about growing in pots than anywhere. That place is amazing. So we're going to look there because there's a couple of trees I want to see growing in pots there as well. I don't like growing in pots. I don't like having to water them. Some of the stuff I have in pots are on water. I have an avocado that has a avocado tree that has avocado on it. Right now it's in a pot, so that's pretty cool. But let me turn the camera around and show you, and here we go. Okay, it's testing. Okay, so here's the look of it, and here's how it looks. And some of you might be concerned about leaving the seeds out in the open in front of your house, especially in my neighborhood where they take some fruit and stuff. But it's not as easy to move a 25-gallon pot, so that's not going to happen. Now, my Scarlet Beauty Plum, that is in a 15-gallon pot, so we'll see. Look how tall that 15-gallon plum is. Now, I don't know much about the plums. Nick just said it's going to do good down here. It's a low chill plum. So people down here have tried to grow low chill peaches with mixed results, but he said the plum does great, so we will see. But the dragon fruit's coming back and looking great, and it has a mango seedling growing in there as well. So if the dragon fruit doesn't do good, I'm just going to graft onto that, and now I got a nice mango growing from a seedling. But let me show you some other things I have growing in pots here. Of course, I have the Suriname black cherries. I still have a few more for sale if you're interested in those. I have avocado here. This is a Simmons avocado, and I just don't have space for everything. That's why there's a mango. I don't have space for all these. Somebody gave me a Jabba I have in a pot here, and these grow great in a pot. I wouldn't want to waste the space in the ground on these. These here are miracle fruits. So I have a 25-gallon, I have a 7-gallon, and I have a 3-gallon miracle fruit. So if anyone's interested in miracle fruits, I'm looking to sell that 7-gallon. And I'll even sell you the 15-gallon, but I want to keep the 25-gallon. These grow great and fruit in pots. So here's some more things I have in pots. I have these seedling mangoes that somebody brought me to graft on top of them, to graft some other mangoes on top of them, but they're growing in the pots. And there's the Scarlet Beauties that I have. I'm sorry. And there's the black cherries that I have that are for sale. They're running. I only have a few more left, and 2 people are coming to get some today. So come and get them while I have them. And here's a bunch of seedlings from my jackfruit tree that I have in pots. Now, bigger pots are another story. Now, those are some things I have in small pots that I just didn't have room for. But bigger pots are another story. So let's look at some of the things I have in some bigger pots and just things in pots in general. And then I'm going to show you something I have in a 45-gallon pot, which is the biggest tree I have. And I want to talk about it today before we go down and look at the clip from Lara Farms. So here we go. All right, this is a miracle fruit tree in a 25-gallon that is doing really well. And those are the persimmons that Nick's Edible brought me. He brought me 2 persimmon trees, the Triumph persimmon. So those will grow well in a pot, and I plan on keeping those in a pot just because I don't have the space. And I have some more trees in a pot here. I have this Banana Crunch jackfruit tree, and I'm going to be doing a video on this in the next couple of days on jackfruits. But that's a Banana Crunch jackfruit in a pot. I got it from Lara Farms. There's one of my young hands, white Sapote that I don't have room for in a pot, and a couple of mangoes here that I wanted to get, but I don't have room for them at the moment. So I'll be doing some videos on those special mango trees that I have. Coming here, I have some more white Sapotes in pots. I got from Zane's World this beautiful, beautiful white Sapote tree. This is a Fruit Hunters. And this, there's 2 trees I need to get in the ground. I want to get in the ground, and this is one of them. This is a Fruit Hunters white Sapote. I have it grafted on my homestead white Sapote tree, but I really want to get this white Sapote in the ground. I have some other white Sapote trees here. I also have a special mango tree there. I'll talk about another time. Some more white Sapotes. And then I have this seedless avocado I got from Lara Farms. I have a Cochin jackfruit. I'll be making a video on that soon. And this is a Mamey. Look at it growing. This is an amazing Mamey. And this one I'll be doing a video on here next week as well. This is called K40. It's a K40 Mamey, my favorite tasting Mamey. And Zane's calling it cotton candy. And we made a video about this one. Really, really amazing Mamey. And look at it. It's in a 3-gallon pot right now. And I'm going to show you another tree that I got, a Mamey, in a 3-gallon pot, and you'll see it now, and see what happened to it. So the Fruit Hunters white Sapote, and this is the other one I want to get in the ground. This is a Jamaica Mamey. I brought it in from the cold weather the other day, and now it's back out. It's still cold, but not very, very cold. Jamaica Mamey in a pot. I got to get that one in the ground. Looking great. I have some Sapodillas in the pot. Those can stay in a pot. I hear they'll fruit in the pot well, the Sapodillas. When we go over to Excalibur trees, we'll see a whole bunch of even Mameys fruiting in pots. But in reality, 25 is the biggest you're going to get and do on your own. If you're going to go higher than that, you need other people to help you get it in and out of the pot. So we will look at that. So if I don't like growing in pots, why do I have things in pots? Well, I don't have room for everything, but I have reasons for having things in pots. One is some people give me stuff. The other reason is I like backups in case something I have dies that doesn't do well. But the real reason is I know one day I'm going to have more room, and I want to start things in pots now. So one day I'll have the stuff to go right in the ground when the time comes. So I'm confident that'll happen. Somehow, some way, I'll get more land. And for now, I'll keep it in the pots and I'll grow. Now, I want to show you a few more trees that I have in pots. And I've been to people that have no where to plant, and they put everything in pots. So it's not my ideal way of doing it, but that's done. But I want to show you now a 45-gallon pot that I have filled with a mango. All right, check this out. Before we head down to Lara Farms and see his video, check this out, everybody. This is, look how big this tree is. And what happened was here, somebody gave me, it was supposed to be an ice cream mango tree in a small pot, but it just, I kept up-potting it, and it turned out it's not an ice cream mango. It's not an ice cream mango. I could tell from the leaves it's not. But I let the tree grow in the pot because I don't know where else to put it. So I just stuck it in the corner here, set it and forget it. I have some water on it, so the water is able to water automatically by itself, so I don't have to worry about it. Now, some people say, are you concerned that this is going to go into the ground? I am. I put some tarp under it, but it's still going to get into the ground. It's not the ideal spot, but I don't know what type of mango it is, so I don't have a choice. Until I know, I got to keep it here. But if it does go in the ground, I was just thinking yesterday when I thought about making this video, it's not the worst spot, because I could let that get a little bit bigger and it'll be just fine. As a matter of fact, I might even take the top off and let it stay there. If it's not a bad mango, maybe I could graft on top of it. But look how great you can grow in a pot. And a 45-gallon pot, look how that tree, look, I got trees in the ground that are that size and get tons of mangoes. That will get mangoes, hopefully next year. But this is an example. You can grow in pots. Now the problem is you need help if you want to get stuff in and out of a 45-gallon pot. As a matter of fact, that blew over yesterday. 45-gallon tree blew over. I picked it back up. So some of the roots looked like they were definitely coming out of the bottom of that. So that's ready to go to a next level pot, maybe a 55 or 65-gallon, or get in the ground. So if you are growing in a pot, keep that in mind. That's ready to go to the next level or get in the ground. But it's a good spot, possibly for some type of tree. I have a black Sapote here, so it's not the most ideal spot. I have a Sapodilla here, but I just wanted to show you all my 45-gallon on the ground. I'll show you a few more trees, then we'll check out Lara Farms. This tree was in a 25-gallon pot 2 weeks ago, and I put it in the ground. This is an emerald mango. 25-gallon pot went right in the ground. It's doing well. And here's a sunrise that was a 25-gallon in a pot, and I put it in the ground. That 45-gallon in a pot I just showed you is way bigger than both of these. Really, really interesting. And it can be done. At Excalibur, they had giant trees in pots, 100, 200-gallon pots. As a matter of fact, I did an interview last week where I was at Dustin's at these trees, and he had 200-gallon pot mangoes that he'll deliver to you if you're looking to get one in the ground. Now think about this. If you have to do it all over again, you know, it costs more money to get a big tree in a pot, but why not contact Dustin or Excalibur and get a big tree that's already fruiting and put it right in the ground instead of waiting 10 years to get a tree. Very interesting, very interesting. So, I have some black Sapotes in pots that I wanted to have as backups. I have some other nice things growing in pots here. This is a Karen Michelle, 15-gallon. This one is a mango I have to get in the ground. This is an apricot mango in a 25-gallon pot. There's 3 trees I need to get in the ground. This apricot, I want to get in the ground. My Fruit Hunters white Sapote, and my Jamaica Mamey. The rest, we'll have to see what happens with it. Here's a Campong avocado. in a pot. Day avocado in a pot, that's a 25-gallon. Improved pollock in the 25-gallon, but check this out. This is an avocado in a pot, and there's one on there. I don't know what kind of avocado this is, but hopefully we'll find out. I tried taking one off, but it wasn't the right time, so this is a late avocado. There's only one more left, but 25-gallon pot avocado. All right, let's go down to Lara Farms. I was recently there talking about growing mangoes in pots, in big pots, and he had some stuff to say about this, so let's go down there and check it out. Here's Julian at Lara Farms, and this is his my
25-gallon mango collection.
25-gallon mango collection. Now, this is a really wide trunk here, so how do you know when it's time to go to the next level?
Oh, I mean, I've seen people go to the next level with a puny little tree that doesn't deserve to be good.
Is there an ideal time? Can you do it too soon and can it hurt the tree?
Yeah, because it'll be too much soil moisture. You want it to have good drainage. But yeah, these need to go to a bigger pot or in the ground as soon as possible. But they won't die. They can live in here for a long time, even though they need to be in a bigger pot. They can stay here for a long time. What I do is I top dress it with soil. Once it gets depleted, I just put some more on top with fertilizer, and they spring back to health.
And what about the roots? Do they go in the ground and break through the pot eventually?
Well, if you don't move it, yeah. But we move it every once in a while to break the roots.
Would it make a difference? Would it be helpful if you put it on I see some people put it on a cement block or something?
Yeah, people do that because they have a lot of puddling problems, a lot of puddles. And
so it's not because of the
well, it could be for that too. It could be for that too, but most cases it's because of puddles.
If I put mine on cement versus the grass, would it make a difference or no?
Well, it'll dry a lot faster.
It'll dry a lot faster.
Yeah, in the pot. The soil will dry a lot faster because it's not touching the ground. Yeah. Because a lot of moisture develops underneath the pot when it's touching the ground. If I just lean it over, you'll see all the moisture underneath there. And they can use that to drink too, aside from the irrigation that gets here from the drip.
So is it better to put on a cement block if it's going to be on a cement ground?
Yeah, if it's fragile. If it's something that you need it to dry fast, you should put it on top of a cement block or in an area where it doesn't puddle. And if you're not concerned about that, like I am with these, I'm not concerned about that because these are very strong. You can just let them touch the ground.
Okay. All right, so you have all these here. So 25 is the biggest you keep at this farm pretty much.
Yeah, the reason why is because I don't have a forklift. And it'll be nice. I mean, maybe one day I will. But right now, 25 gallons, I can handle it with 1 or 2 other people helping me. I can lift it up and put it in your truck.
And do you ship the 25s?
No.
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 So
it would be pretty good if I did, though.
What kind of soil do you use for the 25? Just topsoil?
No, this is my personal mix. You know, it has Canadian peat, has a little bit of sand, it has cypress sawdust, cypress wood chips, it has compost, it has coconut fiber. It's a really complex soil mix that I came up with to mimic Pro Mix with Perlite. Oh, and it has Perlite too. So, you know, that's my version of the Pro Mix that you find at Home Depot. It's very light. It's a light mix that dries really fast.
I saw one of your bigger avocados that was loaded right now with avocados in a pot. How do these do in the summertime? Are these mango trees?
They get loaded. I think trees perform better as far as making fruit inside of a pot just because they're so stressed out in a pot. They want to be in the ground and limitless. Here they're limited. They feel stressed out, they feel limited, and they produce a lot. They flower a lot because of that. So the more stress-free the tree is, depending on the tree, the less fruit you're going to get. You know, for example, lychees. If lychees are too happy, they're not going to fruit. They're not going to flower because they don't feel threatened. They only flower and fruit when they feel threatened. So what threatens them? The cold, the drought, and other things. I might think this air-nosed mite is stressing out the lychees so much that it made so much fruit this year. I had so much fruit. And I don't know if it was because of the mite. I asked Jonathan Crane about that, and he was like, oh, that's a good question. So stress.
Is it a good idea or not a good idea to top work a tree that's this size in a pot?
I do it all the time. I do it all the time. As a matter of fact, this one right here, cack, you may not look like it, but this is top worked. If you look over here, this is where I cut it.
Yeah.
And this is where it's grafted, right here.
You remember what it was?
Let me see. Yes, it was a gram. So I got rid of the gram. Actually, this is still gram right here. So you got two things in one. This is a gram, and then right here you can see the graft line is the cack.
Why did you do from gram to cack in your opinion?
Because I wasn't feeling gram anymore, and I'm not getting a lot of phone calls for gram or any interest, so I decided to cut it to a stump and graft on the sprout with something more exciting, like this variety.
Like cack, which is wonderful. Gram's good. Cack's amazing.
Right. That's exactly why. So Hindi Besonara, it's an excellent mango. I'll just come with my chainsaw, cut it right here. When it sprouts about this much, come with my new selection of my choosing, wrap it up in buddy tape, cleft graft it, and that's it.
Now, if somebody was a homeowner, they didn't have a lot of room to grow, and they wanted to grow in pots like this, just leave it just like that and let it grow. And
yeah, tie it up to a cable like I have here, so the wind don't blow it over, and you'll get mangoes.
So for 25, will the wind blow that over?
Mm-hmm. If it's long, if it's a tall tree, yeah. If it's short, then no. Okay. But if it's a tall tree like this one, yeah, sure, the wind will blow it over. Absolutely. So that's why I tie these up.
And how often do you water them?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
By hand or by?
By drip.
By drip.
Yeah, this has a valve here for each tree. If you change your mind, take out the valve and you put this plug.
Yeah. Wow, nice. Good this selection.
Cotton candy. Orange sherbet.
How much do you sell 25 gallons for?
Maybe 500 and 600.
For a 25 gallon?
Yeah, because I really don't want to sell them. I want them for budwood.
Gotcha.
So if you really want it, you got to pay $500 or $600.
Oh, I see Venus over there.
Got white Perry here.
Oh, white Perry. There's a Venus that's a lot of people want Venus.
Mm-hmm. Got Reposo, buttercream, pineapple pleasure. See, like this Toledo. Toledo is a Cuban mango, which I love, but you know nobody cares about it. So I had it for nostalgic reasons. So I really shouldn't. So I'm going to cut it really low and wait for it to sprout, and then graft something else more exciting, like Dolores. Yes. And to any other mango that I feel like it. Like this one is Southern Blush. Doesn't turn me on. I want Dolores on this.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll have to go see Alex, get a Dolores budwood, and top working on this when it's ready. And then in a year, I might get flowers. Wow. Depending on when I graft it.
So if I do graft a different variety onto this, let's say I cut this, I graft something onto this, how long before I can expect fruit? Assuming this was already
2
fruiting.
years max. 2 years max. I already got CC Love. I tried CC Love for the first time. I'll show you. Let's walk around.
What did you think of it?
It was good. Wasn't better than Ty Moore or Gary.
What do you think of Prime Mamey?
I like Pimp Say Mun better.
Do you?
Yeah, for eating crunchy.
No, for just
eating ripe.
Yeah.
Either or.
Uh-huh.
They're both very good. CC Love, look, I had mangoes already. It's 2 years old. Had a lot of mango.
Wow. And you think in the pot it's best to leave them on it? Does it stunt the growing at this size?
Yeah, it's like growing a shark in a fish tank. The shark won't outgrow the fish tank. It'll be uncomfortable. It'll be stressed out. But it won't outgrow it.
But should you leave the mangoes on it?
Yeah, why not?
Because they say sometimes, especially if it's smaller, if you want the tree to grow.
Yeah, if it's a baby juvenile tree, then yeah. But if it's a tree like this, why?
Okay.
You can handle it. You can tell you can handle it. Just look how big it is. It's bigger than me. And look where I cut it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And look at this new shoot. You can still see the buddy tape where the graft is. This was the budwood. You see the buddy tape right here. Check out this one. It's another Sugarloaf. It's a top work. Can't even tell anymore because the sun straightens everything out. At the end, the sun will straighten it out. Hey, look, another CC Love. I cut it here, and here's the sprout. Here's the residue of the buddy tape, and you can see the graft line.
Do you have like Mameys and other things in 25 gallons, or do you just do that really with the mangoes?
I used to have a lot of Mameys in 25 gallons and 15 gallons, but they sold out. And I have a lot of 1 gallons, but I can't hold on to them long enough to step them up to a 7 and 15 because people snatch them up so fast. I mean, the demand is unreal, and I can't keep up with it. So 1 gallons is all I have right now.
Now, can you? So, will the 25-gallon Mameys have you had any fruit in that size? In the pot?
Absolutely. Magana fruits very well in that size. A Viejo. Key West takes a long time to fruit. A long time, even though it's grafted. But precocious Mamey, Pace, Magana, Viejo. Very precocious. Dwarf Hawaiian, man. Grafted right there.
Look at that.
Not wild? There's another Sugarloaf grafted there. Another Sugarloaf grafted up here and here. This is one of my favorite mangoes, man. Pina Colada. I thought it was excellent. This is top worked right here.
So it's good to have.
If you can plant seedlings and grow them up to a 25 gallons, then you can graft whatever you want. I mean, you can graft whatever you want on it once it's in a 3 gallon, about this tall. You can top work it with whatever you want. And if you change your mind, get a chainsaw, wait for it to sprout, and then regraft it.
All right, everybody, that was Julian Lara at LaraFarmsMiami.com. If you're looking for big mangoes trees, you know, people will ship small ones. Some people will deliver big ones, but they're not going to ship big ones. But it's not a bad idea to buy big mangoes. These trees, Excalibur, Lara Farms, there's far and few places in between. Not many have big mango trees. I know, or big trees in general. I know Love Nursery and Jack and Jill Nursery and Incredible Edible. They sell 25-gallon pots as well. But check out your local nurseries. Call them and ask them and see if they have any. Definitely worth getting a big tree if you can afford it to save the time of growing your trees. What's the biggest tree that you've ever grown in a pot or seen in a pot? I did a video once. I've seen this, I don't know, 300-gallon pot mango tree. It was insane. But maybe 250, I don't know. I have a video somewhere on it. But thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day and keep growing.